What's going on, peeps? I hope you didn't leave me in 2024. If not, we're going to be kicking off 2025 with one of the more fascinating hip-hop come-ups in recent memory. This is alternative hip-hop duo Joey Valence Brae, also known as JVB, who must hate their own music given their website. Joseph Bertolino and Braden Lugg originated JVB in State College, Pennsylvania during their time at Penn State. They've been described as the Beastie Boys reincarnated given their 90s boom bap and East Coast hip-hop sound. Yet you would be shocked that they don't take themselves as seriously as you think. Alongside nerdcore lyricism and infectious energy, this independent duo is a must-hear. If you're looking to have an absolute blast, their experimental sample-filled genre-bending style will entertain. There's something about two 20-year-olds just playing around their home studio and just putting out the chaotic results. So let's dive into their history and discography, shall we? Joseph Bertolino will be known as Joey Valence. Braden Lugg is now just Brae. Joey became obsessed with music at a young age, using FL Studio on his laptop assisted by a microphone at just 12 years old. His dad loved hip-hop, R&B, funk, and jazz, so that's what he heard all the time. Having recently moved from Fairfax, Virginia, and knowing no one, he was inspired by his dad's rock and hip-hop mixes, which sparked his journey as a bedroom producer. Meanwhile, Brae was watching rap ciphers on YouTube influenced by his Filipino dad, who spent his teen years breakdancing in a Puma tracksuit in New York City. Joey has a few pieces of solo work. When he was 17, he created a Bandcamp account where he uploaded several EDM beats on his 2015 EP, To The End. All proceeds for his early work went to the Guide Dog Foundation for the Blind. He moved towards singing on his 2018 album 1231 and continued to put out singlets until August 2020. Around this time, Joey had been posting silly TikToks and garnered a decent following on his own, including the spread of a classic inside joke in the rap community. Do you remember when Mo Bamba and Sicko Mode were massive in 2018? It was pretty much all anybody wanted to hear, right? It led to a cliche making fun of mainly white people who claim that they know hip-hop before suggesting the two most mainstream rap songs at the time. The joke started in late 2018. On December 18th, 2018, this person on Twitter shared an image of the know-it-all character from the Polar Express asking the question, "Do you want to hear Sicko Mode or Mo Bamba?" Which went insanely viral, as you can tell. I watched the movie recently and I can't see that kid the same. There's just something funny about a talkative glasses wearer that would totally ask that question. He just looks like he would. Anyway, it spread to YouTube thanks to Joey.
You guys want to hear Sicko Mode or Mo Bamba?
Huh?
Sicko Mode or Mo Bamba? Why not both?
Yes, this was the same guy who made that. On January 4th, 2019, Valence shared a remix of The Scene with the joke, which got over 900,000 views in a month. I'm pretty sure he made it in like 20 minutes, which is kind of awesome. It currently has 17 million views. It would completely start his internet career. Joey would meet his soon-to-be best friend Brae during their freshman year at Pennsylvania State University around 2018. They ran into each other through mutual friends at a Red Lobster and discovered they had a similar music taste and sense of humor. Brae ordered a Admiral's Feast, while Joey was busy with Cedar Bay biscuits. They just locked eyes and the rest was history. Brae was studying health and policy and administration, planning to graduate and sell medical devices, while Joey was studying telecommunications with hopes of working in the wireless 5G industry. In junior year near 2020, Braden would visit Joey's place where he was always making beats. Joey had been experimenting with rap music alongside his EDM ventures. Heck, it's probably the reason he's such a good mixer. Joey would play a random beat on his computer for him, and Brae would just rap over it. Brae didn't know he had it in him, but it turns out he did. What started as an excuse to hang out turned into something massive. On January 8th, 2020, under the name Yeah Okay, they released I Don't Know, making fun of rap music by making rap music. They just hopped on the mic, said and did the dumbest things possible to make each other laugh. They originally just did this for fun and didn't plan on being a duo or even releasing it. The Beastie Boys are their biggest inspiration, so these songs were in the 90s hardcore hip-hop territory. By March, Joey submitted a video of him rapping Crank It Up for Justina Valentine's 10K Talent Showdown. When Joey uploaded the track to TikTok, it blew up and got more views than any of his solo music. He secured enough votes to win the cash prize, making Crank It Up their debut single released on April 8th, 2021. Let's just say the process to make their songs is more fun than you'd imagine. For each track, Valence listens to random clips for hours. Some sounds lead to new ideas. Once the music is mixed, he plays it for Lug to get his feedback. For the next 5 minutes, Valence loops the beat while recording Lug rapping lyrics from his notebook. Then he joins in. They give themselves 48 hours to complete the song. It's just the raw sound of two best friends having fun. They both love to have fun and entertain, which is the foundation of their work under this project and a big part of their appeal. Joey originally went to college for marketing, so he had the experience in how to market himself online. He knows how to get attention. As graduation approached in 2021, things began to take off. They posted more original tracks online in late 2021, testing the waters with unfinished tunes on TikTok. By the end of that year, they shared a 26-second snippet of what would later become Double Jump. On December 11th, 2021, they released this TikTok with the caption, "When the white and Asian kids are better than you expected." It blew up instantly, reaching 4 million views in a day. The boys attracted 90s rap fans, being compared to obviously the Beastie Boys, gonna say that a lot in this video, and Cypress Hill. Fred Durst was even a fan. A couple days later, they finished the song and put it out on Christmas Day while persisting through class finals. They filmed the music video in their basement and garage with a green screen. It was all pretty DIY, which was their brand going forward. They create all their music and content themselves, filmed using whatever they had on hand, like a doorbell cam, a Spider-Man watch, Xbox Kinect, or a Nintendo DS. All of their videos look like they were filmed 2 decades ago for a reason, which I feel like balances out how high quality their music is. Packed with pop references from over the decades, including Mortal Kombat, Super Mario, Star Wars, and Pokemon. Labels were quick to run them a deal, but they didn't feel like it was necessary. Yet somehow, the duo appeared as special guests on the Ellen DeGeneres show in February 2022 to perform Double Jump after one of their moms sent her team the viral clip thinking nothing would happen. I can see a recurring theme of their story as complete accidents. In just 1 year, the duo gained over 1 million followers, 80 million views, and 22 million streams. Pretty good for an independent duo. On February 25th, 2022, their debut EP, The Underground Sound, reached the masses. They knew what they wanted to do with their East Coast hip-hop sound, and they only got better at it looking back. Underground Sound brings that real hip-hop music, that real underground sound hitting you with some 90s boom bap. To be fair, it sounds like it could have come from that time, with flows and production reminiscent of the Beastie Boys, the flute, the DJ scratches, repetitive hooks, and undeniable energy from the duo. The bars across their catalog give the tunes more character. They're classic like Coke, new like Mountain Dew. We also learned Poor Brae had people calling him Luigi. Now let's get loud and party with smacking bass and trumpets on Crank It Up. Some outrageous lines here, only wanting booty with a side of bacon, comparing himself to Star Trek womanizer Captain Kirk, and of course, I always wipe twice for good measure, one for business and one for pleasure. I won't be able to use the toilet the same. Brae comes in with a flow so raw that Gordon Ramsay would hate it. Being half Filipino, he says he's half white and half yellow like a banana split. On I'm Fresh, they're looking fresh, so clean, yeah, you know what I mean. Reckon it like Ralph and wanting 2 things for breakfast, large pancakes and big butts. If you were to ask these guys back then if they were truly living this lifestyle, they would simply say no. Heck, I believe they still aren't. While I wouldn't say their flow is flawless, the rawness can be appreciated. A lot of flexing showing off on like what, buzzing honeys like Winnie the Pooh, being so cold they can refrigerate these honeys. They invite us to jump, not several times in a row, but at the same time on the hype anthem, Double Jump. This generation's jump around, I fear. Let's just say this, when you go to their shows, you will suddenly gain the ability to double jump, like Mario. How else are they able to scale monkey bars without hands? If you're looking for lyrical hip-hop, this probably isn't the place. Sorry, mister. Keep it loony with the tunes on Fast Like Roadrunner during Ready Set. On the other hand, if you're looking for some fun, these are your guys. Convinced they'll reference anything at this point, including Stone Cold Steve Austin. Whatever comes to these guys' brains, they just go with it. As you can imagine from hearing the music, their shows are pretty much chaotic house parties. They performed at the BMI stage at Lollapalooza in 2022 and kicked off their own headlining tour. On April 15th, 2022, they released Punk Tactics. It went viral with over 100 million streams on Spotify. The music video was shot entirely using a Nintendo DSi, which earned 4 million views in 6 months. JVB would continue to pump out silly TikToks, singlets, and have the most hype shows imaginable. Crazy how making songs in your bedroom can earn you a world tour. Their debut album, Punk Tactics, arrived a year later on September 8th, 2023. Man, this entire record would go hard in the gym. Also, the sampling is a real highlight here. The title track is a hardcore hip-hop song, expressing that exciting connection you have with your people, including the usual silly bars and references they're known for. Having more high ground than Obi-Wan, telling his competition to get over here, a bunch of alphabet bars, and putting you to sleep like this pathologist who advocated for the right to die. I wonder what these guys' search history is. Before they're dropping straight bombs on your head top on drop, more lunatic activity on Delinquent, where they want to break backs like Bane, and be a munch. Joey drops a double entendre out the gate where he says he's a Beast Boy, call me Teen Titan. Think about it, this is some deep stuff, yo. Because Beast Boy is from Teen Titans, right? Yeah. And they also are influenced by the Beast E Boys. Lyrical genius. Watch Joe's step is about striking fear in the competition. When Joey brings out the Crocs, it gets real. How about being pure chaos everywhere you go on Start a Fight? As soon as you open the door at a party, you're getting into a fight straight away. You have to embrace the punk tactic mentality. This does sound familiar, maybe I have heard it in a commercial. Either that or the bass line is sampled somewhere. That plus the drum and bass makes this an absolute banger. More beatdowns are inflicted on Kill Bill, referencing the movie. They were prepared to give you something special on Intermission, but it was too crazy they had to delay it for the next album. You're not ready for how experimental it is. For now, you get a pitched up drum and bass twerk anthem, Gumdrop. Then it's time for a dance party and dance now before we get back to the real stuff. Being toxic like Britney, losing control like Missy, drinking Pepsi instead of doing Coke, get it? And getting real messy. That sax sample is wonderful. RN has a beat so banging it'll make you act up. Feeling good about yourself while sipping on Kool-Aid and jamming to Wu-Tang. And somehow these guys managed to get a damn Logic feature on Tanautica 2. He hopped on the remix to have a bit of fun. Joey's rapping tight, like a Trojan, and comparing himself to the baddest monsters Godzilla and Tanaka. Logic comes in to keep the game running, and shines some light on indie artists like JVB. These beats, they could be saying nonsense and this would go hard. To be fair, that's most of their songs. Speaking of running, JVB keeps things going ham like a Lunchable on Hula Gang, packed with instrumental switches and sound effects that sound way too good for their own good. They then threaten to turn you into street pizza on this attempt at rap rock, going in a lot of detail doing so, from tossing you like dough to turning your knees into shredded cheese, concluding this record by showing off his sandwich at the club. Everybody at the club, sandwich. Don't mess with them or they might turn you into a sandwich. Similar to their pizza flipping activities, from October 2023 to March 2024, they recorded their next album, No Hands. It was the first time they wrote an album with the intention of actually releasing it. The album title is a double entendre referring to doing something effortlessly without using hands and avoiding violence. It's also a reminder to just be you. In the lead up to its release, Start a Fight was featured in the Apex Legends Breakout launch trailer on February 5th, 2024. They also opened for Sum 41's final tour and Limp Bizkit. On June 7, 2024, No Hands entered your eardrums. The album debuted in the top 10 of Spotify's US album charts this summer, receiving a lot of attention and praise. It charted especially on several UK-based charts. Just like their past work, the album was self-produced, self-mixed, and self-written in Valence's Pokemon-themed childhood bedroom. Now these two are selling out shows in Europe, but still live with their parents. The deluxe edition was released on September 13, 2024 with 3 new songs, including a cover of Charlie XCX's 365 and a remix of The Baddest with Aisha Erotica, because why not? My dog Brad Taste in music wasn't much of a fan, but Joey took his review maturely by inviting him to a Halo 3 match in exchange for a better score. Joey kicked his ass. Anyway, let's talk about this record because it's easily the most diverse one. You get the expected 90s hip-hop influenced tunes, but Joey goes back to his EDM roots for a few cuts. It's clear they wanted to get out of their comfort zone and Beastie Boys' influence to expand their own sound. The boys boys are already wilding at the beginning, where they claim to be in the club shaking ass on Bust It, the first rappers to serve cunt, or whatever their fans say. Brae also might be the first rapper to shout out Dare. We love drug-free rappers. Surrounded by explosive synth work with hints of drum and bass and Jersey club throughout. The chaotic boom bap Pack a Punch warns you that JVB aren't afraid to fight. They stand on business as indie acts. Why would they need a Porsche, a deal, or a lot of money? They got Nando's. Oh, and Danny Brown is here. Who will have your face messed up like a 2K skin? Did they give this man an intro? No Hands dwells a bit into their childhood alongside a slick jazz sample referencing the classic phrase, "Look mom, no hands." Joey was sipping Shirley Temples as a kid, and still does so. He wasn't good in school and had teachers up in his business like a thong. Failing statistics, but he did ace sex ed. As for Brae, it's more wholesome. He helped his sister start a business, got his mother a purse, and trusted in God. Why write bars when you could freestyle? No hands. Like a Punk finds him waking up and feeling like a boss before hitting the club to rave. Even includes a EDM-inspired breakdown that somehow doesn't feel out of place. Didn't expect to go into hip house territory and where are you from, questioning their competition and haters. Who do you think you are? After giving us blue balls on the last record, we get Intermission 2. Experimental, but shockingly minimalistic and low-key for a JVB song. Before their manager ruins the fun to complain about their numbers and quits his job, Brae then claims he's the baddest bitch in the club on The Baddest. I guess shaking ass was enough to prove that fact. It's a crunk dance anthem with a lot of shaking. Incredible horns and bass, this would go hard at every frat party. Then they're flexing their drip on OK, which they have so much of that you're gonna need to call a plumber. Has some more stabs at Hip House and Jersey Club. Doughboy tells you to chase the bag. Going from IHOP shifts to bringing home the bacon and heading to the bank to hit the gritty. Joey wants you to yell wow like his name is Leroy Jenkins. If you know, you know. That damn running effect. Sure didn't expect the sudden switch up to sample Goodies by Sierra. After asking where are you from, they want to know what you need. Car keys, duh. If you ain't got the drive, you won't go far. And I guess we're doing garage on this track now. No wonder these guys did well in Europe. For some reason the second to last song is untitled. Taking down punks with an attitude adjustment. To end this experience of a record, he flexes his Omnitrix that he must have stolen from Ben 10. Joey also talks about girls who want him now that he is famous. I'm off the Pepsi, you're off the Perky is pretty funny. Love when he ran out of bars to say, so he just talked about how Marley and Me made him cry. Brae then disses every Tahoe driver to end the anthemic jazz rap track. As you see, nothing has changed about their music process. It's still these two dudes in their 20s messing around. Will they sign to a label? They're thinking about it, but not urgently. Whoever manages to sign these goofballs will have their gold mined. They're enjoying the DIY hustle and want to build as much leverage as possible for any future deal. Being independent will be the new wave at one point. They're just ahead of the times. As seen on their latest release, JVB are continuing to improve and evolve into something that you'll look back on their past work to question if that was really the same person. From making a viral meme to selling out shows across the globe with your own original music, these boys will go down in internet history. I'm about as shocked as you are that someone with this sound went this far. I guess nostalgia is a hell of a drug. A breath of fresh air in the hip hop scene that I'll be following going forward. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe for more base content. Let's see if we can get the boys to see this. They seem to be on the internet a lot, no offense. I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure to love all and peace.